Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be talking about Kremlin in the Advanced Warfare Supreme DLC. This is probably the most spatially big map there is in this DLC pack. However, I think this is my second least favorite map of this map pack. It's not really a good map. I would not classify it as a good map, primarily because every time I see it, I try to back out of it. It's just not something I desire to play, and that is for a couple reasons. Now, you may be thinking, Donuts, you love big maps, and here is a big maps. And one of the problems with Advanced Warfare maps is that you can traverse the map in 2 seconds, and this, you can't do that. It takes you a long time to get across the map, which is great. I'll give it points for that. Good job, good job. You got that part down. The only problem with this map is that it's two-directional. It's, as we would say, 3-lane map. Now, from what I heard from Drifter's video when he said this was the most like a Modern Warfare 2 map that he had ever seen. I feel like this was kind of a lie, or kind of a, not so much of a lie, but a delusion. Like, this is not what a Modern Warfare 2 map was like at all. Like, you should play Invasion, or, you know, there's so many, Estate even, you know, there's so many better maps in Modern Warfare 2 than even to compare to this map. This is like a very crappy Black Ops 1 map. If you take Crash, remember, was it Crash? I don't think it was Crash. Collision. Collision was the one where it's like the ruiny town, and you have 3 basic maps, but you have the 2 sniper points across the map, and it's like that without the multi-directional shootings. You know, you're not shooting across and side to side of the map like you are in Compound or some other maps in Advanced Warfare. You're shooting one way or the opposite way. You're either shooting towards A or you're shooting towards C. That's where your engagements are mostly going to be, if that makes sense. Or that's where the enemies are primarily going to be coming from, and because of that, it completely eliminates the flanking and the complexity of the map. The scale of this map is, as I said before, very good. However, the actual layout of the map is what holds it back. There is one lane in the middle where you're basically out there saying, hey everybody, please look at me, please shoot at me, I'm in the middle. And then there is an obvious flank route to the right, and there is an obvious flank route to the left, and it is a little bit bigger and a little bit more complex at times. However, those little bit more complex at times positions kind of suffer from a micro problem like we have in these smaller maps. You can get around these small micro flanks very easily with the exosuit, which kind of brings forth the problem with the exosuit that we kind of have in Advanced Warfare. Again, I'm not trying to dog on the exosuits. I do actually like the exosuits, but they just cause a lot of problems, and they're kind of difficult to get around in terms of the map design. It's very difficult to build a good, solid, strategic with good spawns map with the exosuits. It's very difficult, and it's something that Kremlin doesn't quite get right, and that brings forth another blatant issue with Advanced Warfare, and that is the spawn system. The spawn system is so bad. I'll talk about this more in my Skyrise video. However, there was a time we were playing a hardpoint, and I spawned like outside the hardpoint, and there was no teammates around, there was nobody around, the enemy was in the hard point, and I just spawned there for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure. It just made no sense to me. The spawns are null and void if it's going to be random, and I hate it when people say, oh, the spawns are so random, because it's not. There's a logic to it, and for whatever reason, this logic wants you to be in the action as fast as possible. Here's the action, here's just outside the action, there you go. That's where we're gonna put you, and that's the problem with the Advanced Warfare spawn system. So that is my experience with Kremlin. The power position on whatever side, if it's A or B, I forget. I think it's A, maybe, where you're up on that like 3-story building with the machine gun. That is huge. That's a huge power position. I found the best success on this map as well. ARs and sniper rifles and LMGs for one, and just camping that spot. Just that is the best map control you can have, because the spawns are going to flip constantly, because your teammates are going to run to the other side, because that's what you do. You try to hold down some map control, you try to spawn trap them, but as soon as they walk to the other side, that's where the teammates are going to spawn, and the spawn system gets all out of whack. And so the spawns will be flipping. If you can control one of those 2 main buildings, which isn't too terribly difficult to do because there's only one entrance to it, you just got to head glitch and watch that line of sight, and you should have a fair amount of success there. So what are your guys' thoughts on Kremlin? Write those down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I will catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a great day.